Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. The Heritage Foundation revealing a new plan for countering China in what they are calling a new Cold War, writing, quote, whether politicians and pundits in Washington care to acknowledge it, the United States is in a new Cold War with China, an adversary even more capable and dangerous than the Soviet Union at the height of its power. For more on this, let's bring in senior fellow at the Heritage Foundation and former Deputy National Security Advisor Victoria Coates. We're also joined by retired Air Force Brigadier General, NATO advisor and Newsmax contributor General Blaine Holt. Great to have you both on. Victoria, we'll start with you. Take us through this. What's the reaction been to this on Capitol Hill? It seems, at least based on those TikTok hearings last week, that this could be a bipartisan issue.
Well, it's that most remarkable of things, Rob. Excuse me, I have allergies. But in Washington, I mean, nobody can agree on anything except, as you said, on the threat from communist China. And all credit to our president at Heritage, Kevin Roberts, who, when he came in a little over a year ago, named China as one of the greatest sort of threats, complications, challenges that faces us as a nation. And he charged us to come up with a comprehensive plan to counter China. And that's what was unveiled yesterday. And I think that we've had tremendous interest in it from Capitol Hill. Senator Rubio gave a very powerful speech introducing the report, and then our new senior fellow Michael Pillsbury also has been a very powerful voice on this. So I'm very hopeful that this kind of project can really focus people's attention on what a real threat this is, and then what we can do to counter it.
Yeah, Victoria, have you seen, just a quick follow-up, have you seen any of the candidates, the Republican candidates, jump on a report like this? Because this is going to be part of the campaign.
Well, and the thing is, Rob, I mean, we would offer this to anyone. We would obviously offer it to the Biden administration, as well as any Republican candidate who was interested, who wanted to get briefings on it or take a deep dive on it. So I think that will be a defining issue in 2024, both for the congressional elections and for the presidential.
Sure. It aligns very similarly to what the former president's policy was, but I'm surprised you haven't gotten a phone call from say, Ron DeSantis' camp. We can't call it a campaign yet. General, the report includes some recommendations to protect U.S. national security, including stopping malign CCP activities in higher education, cracking down on illegal Chinese police operations, and banning dangerous apps. There's also, it would put an end to buying U.S. farmland. It would put an end to TikTok. What'd you make of this report?
So it's a great report. It's a really great work by very credible scholars, Victoria included, and it really does examine the complexity of the Chinese relationship. It answers the questions that were raised in the Chinese document, Unrestricted Warfare, where they outlined all the different ways they want to come at the United States. This is actually a very, very good counter to that, to say, here's how you drop that. It is high time to reevaluate the Chinese relationship and to start unraveling the threats one by one that they pose to this nation. At the very highest end, you've got them wanting to take reserve currency status from us and move into the direction of the BRICS. But let's not forget the 100,000 Americans every single year that lose their lives on fentanyl. I think it's a brilliant report.
Great point. And that number will be more than 100,000 in 2023, by the way. We should mention that when it comes to illegal crossings at the southern border, fiscal year 23, we have gotten to 1 million, the fastest in U.S. history. The fiscal year started in October. We're already over 1 million illegal crossings right now, and it's not even April. Victoria, take a listen to DHS Secretary Mayorkas on the Chinese nationals crossing at our southern border.
The number of Chinese nationals encountered at our southern border has increased significally.
Do you know how much?
Over the past, I don't have the precise
percentage. I do. It's 900% just in the Rio Grande Valley sector. Are any of these people who came in this bus, these Chinese nationals, members of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, if an individual presents a national security or public safety threat, we detain them during the pendency
but that's not what I asked. I asked if they're members of the CCP.
During the pendency of their removal proceedings.
Victoria, are any of them members of the CCP?
I would be amazed if they weren't, Rob. I mean, this is just shocking. The whole testimony yesterday, I think all Americans need to watch and realize how highly politicized the southern border has become. And you had someone like Secretary Mayorkas refusing to answer questions from the senators, on basic national security issues. And for him to say in that clip, oh, if they pose a national security threat, we detain them. What about all the gotaways? How do they know if they're a national security threat or not? And we know a number of the ones they have detained are, for example, on the terrorist watch list. How many got in that they didn't catch because they weren't trying? This is just outrageous, and every American needs to be aware of what's going on in the south of the country.
All right, we'll leave it there. Victoria Coates, great to see you feel better. General Holt will pick this back up as the week moves forward. Thank you. Lots more.